First off, guys, I just wanted to say thanks to everyone for all the messages last week. I was quiet last week. My back kind of gave up on me again. I think that was the first time I haven't had a video for you guys on a Saturday in forever. So pretty unusual to miss a Saturday. I really try not to, but guys, I got to tell you, I couldn't think. I was in a world of pain, so doing a lot better now, but I did finally get my TT01e done, so we want to take a closer look at this guy with you guys. The first thing we should talk about is the paint scheme. Obviously, I went with some pretty bright colors, same colors I went with on my RC10 four-wheel drive, experimenting with like an official Poor Boys RC color scheme, being these two colors here from On Point. Three, really, we have to back it with the white. Fluorescent magenta, which is really, really nice. Turquoise, and then lots and lots of white to back everything with. A few of you guys have been asking me for some feedback on these. So far, the On Point brand has been really good to me. If anything, I would say it just sprays a little on the dry side. So you actually see quite a bit of overspray on the can there. And the paint just feels like it sprays a little bit drier. Like when you spray a Tamiya, conventional Tamiya can, it tends to really go on heavy and wet, where I found the On Point brand doesn't go on really as heavy, definitely goes on a bit drier. But overall, I'm really happy with these paints because they're actually quite a bit less expensive than the Tamiya paint, and they're working really well. Obviously, they brought this truck to life. It looks so good. A little over the top with some of the colors, but that's also part of what we're trying to go for here. Tamiya actually suggested that you use this color, which is super cool because I just love the fact that they incorporated some neon. They also incorporated so many decals, decals, stickers, whatever you want to call them. There are so many on this truck, guys, and I probably left half of them off because they were not pre-cut. And you know, there's all these little stickers that would go around here and all around the sides of the doors and everything. They weren't pre-cut. I was not in the mood to pre-cut or to cut them all out, so I went with a little more of a kind of a basic look, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. But one thing that was a bit of a bummer about this assembly is you can see this black line right here. So this body is painted in several different pieces, like this upper cab piece is one, then the back of the cab is another. You can actually see a slight color difference here, because although I painted them at the same time, obviously I got less color on this one, less pink on this piece that I did here. But the part that bugs me is that this back portion here, they tell you in the manual to paint it black and to carry the black up through here and basically through the side of the cab, which I did. And you can just kind of see this black line here and going along the cowl there. Just doesn't look very good. I think if that was all white, it would have looked a bit better. And then the white that you put on the doors here, well, even like with this sticker here, like it's pretty transparent. So the white that I have here is really, I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but this white's really nice and pure white, whereas this looks kind of dirtier because you can see the black in behind it. So it's just not the same white. You know, it kind of goes from super bright white to kind of black in the background to super bright white again. That's something, if I was a little more keen when I was putting this body together and getting everything ready for paint, I should have hopefully caught on to that, but I just didn't. So anyway, doesn't look as nice as I would have hoped, but still looks pretty rad. I want to give you guys a look under the hood of this bad boy. So yeah, we backed her all with the white there, and this is our current race setup. So this is like a spec kind of a stock class. So we're running basically box stock with a few little upgrades. So we're running the torque tune motor that it comes with. We are allowed to run a heatsink and cooling fan, which you can see I've added a big honking one on there. Kit supplied Hobbywing 1060 ESC, running a 2S LiPo. I've got ball bearings throughout. I've got some option 1 oil-filled shocks. Those are allowed. We are allowed to use the aluminum prop rod, but when I was putting mine together, I just completely forgot. I was gonna take mine out of my TT02 race car and put it in here. I just totally forgot. So maybe I'll do that down the line. And being that it's a TT01, I had to get a little bit creative to make room for a conventional rectangular LiPo. So you can see all those little notches in there, those little support notches. I had to Dremel them all out. So hopefully I didn't compromise the strength of the chassis too much. I think it'll be okay. It's still really strong. And it's not like we're playing demolition derby, but with that all dremeled out like that, you can see obviously this chassis was designed to run, your 6-cell NiCad style pack. So I had to get a little bit creative, a little bit of Dremel work, boom, now that battery drops in there beautifully. In this class, we're just running the stock wheels and tires, no foams allowed. So I've just got my tires glued onto my wheels, and that's it. No foam in there. I think we might end up putting a little bit of glue around the outside. We'll see what the other guys are doing at the track. But yeah, really kind of a stock style, bare bones setup that is going to make a lot of fun on the track. I think there's something really fun about kind of stock style RC car racing. This is not a new platform. TT01s have been around for a very long time. time. But they're super tough, they're inexpensive, they've got a billion different body styles. Anyways, if you guys want to grab one, I'll throw a link down below in the description box. Give it a click and do some shopping, see if you want to grab one for yourself. Awesome little chassis. So I'm really stoked to get this guy out on the track. When I do, I will definitely have some racing footage for you guys. If any of you guys out there that are watching this video have raced a TT01e before and have some little tips or tricks for me, let me know in the comments below or shoot me an email, poorboysrc78@gmail.com. Now, I'm not saying I want to cheat. I don't want to cheat, but every racer out there has a little tip or a trick somewhere that can make a chassis get a little bit faster, a little bit smoother. If you guys have any for me, let me know. A lot of the guys said they were using like, I think 1 million or 5 million weight oil in their front diff, but not fully locking it. I didn't have any oil that was that thick, so I just went with the old school earplug and cut up an earplug and threw that in the front diff. So I'm pretty much locked up front and just a standard grease in the back. So pretty much an open diff in the back and basically locked up front. Now there's one last little bit that I wanted to go over with you guys today. Now on this channel, we never want to get political, and that's not what this is going to be about. As you know, we've got some tariffs that are being discussed on a global platform these days. Again, we're just staying out of the weeds on this, guys. That's not what this is all about. I've got a package. I'm not going to say who it's coming from, but it's a sample package from an RC retailer in the States. I'm in Western Canada. All you guys out there that have products that come in from the States via UPS, you know you're gonna get stuck paying some duties, some brokerage fees, that kind of thing. All good, it's part of the deal. Until now. I'm not gonna show you everything, but I'm just gonna show you guys this. This is what's due, $284 Canadian, for me to accept what is considered about a $575 Canadian purchase. Whew. We're talking like 50%, guys. I'm paying 50% brokerage, import fees. I mean, look at these government charges, HST, GST, PST, other government charges, UPS charges, brokerage fee, brokerage, GST, HST. Again, not looking to get really political on this. This is more so just a reminder to you guys that are gonna be getting anything from the States if you're in Canada or overseas. I don't know what the laws are around the rest of the world, what the new tariffs are going to be around the rest of the world, but I know here in Canada, we are getting hit hard. Be aware of that on your next purchase. Guys, hope your week is getting off to a good start. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. I'll catch you guys this weekend. Until then, be excellent to each other.